Welcome! My name is Heidi von Liebenstein, and I want to give you a personal invite for both Ray Burris and myself. I apologize for the late notice. It's going to be this Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and you really don't want to miss out on this. As you know, Ray Burris is a great gentleman. He's got professional character, and he's just a really cool guy, both on the field and off the field. Anytime you hang out with him, he's always a lot of fun, and it's always a great delight, so you really don't want to miss this. We're not going to be selling anything, but you're going to have some quality time with him, and you get to talk to him. It's going to be live, and you can ask him whatever you want, but you also get to find out different things about him that you may not know or that the media doesn't necessarily talk about. So with that, we are going to talk to Mr. Bertram Ray Burris, who, back in his younger years, little Bertram was out in Oklahoma, where the little Bertram picks the rows of cotton. And, but you know what? It's like, I'm not trying to make light of it, but he told me once about how, I thought it was cool. But he told me how, by having his row of cotton, the things that he learned and how he generated money and how he would save that money for the things that he wanted. And then he also would talk about when he was growing up those years ago, where he ended up having his parents and his family, they would order little peepers from Sears, Roebuck, and the catalog, and then they would send 50 chickens. And then when they grew up, Ray had to come home early from the cotton fields, and he would have to make dinner. So little chef Bertram, he left that career he was doing that when he was 5 years old. Anyway, but he left that career, and it talks about how he went to school and college, and he became a baseball player. And it's just really cool, some of the things that he went through that you don't always hear about. And it's like, it's not what's in the media. And it's like, you're going to have an awesome opportunity where you get to hear him and see what he's done and, where he's going and some of the different ventures that he's doing. And one of those ventures, recently he was just out at the Chicago Cubs fantasy camp, and a couple months ago, he was at a father-son camp down in Florida. And, one of his other ventures is this. It's Beyond Score, where we're building this up, and it's really cool. But it's about life beyond fame and game. So in Beyond Score, you really want to join us. So whenever you see an email from Beyond Score, you really want to join it, because this is just super cool. And you want to be here. You don't want to miss out on it. If there's anybody who you're thinking and their name pops in your mind right now, and you're like, hey, they would probably like this, feel free to send this to them. But we got to warn you, there's spaces limited and for Saturday night. And once those spaces fill, then you can't get in unless somebody else loses internet connection or something and then drop out. But if you've never done a webinar before, there's going to be a link below, and you want to click on the link, and it's going to be free. So you don't have to pay for a ticket. You see tickets back there? Yeah. You don't have to pay for a ticket. It's going to be free. And when you go on there, there's going to be a chat box, and any questions that you have for Ray, he's going to talk his story and stuff like that. But then you can ask him questions, and he'll go through and he'll be able to answer any questions that you may have, whether it's about his personal life, whether it's about baseball, whatever you want to ask him, feel free. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a great delight. You're really going to want to be there, so don't miss it. And if your camera or your computer, if you have a camera and you have a headset, so you don't have reverb, feel free to join us with that. And then, we could probably put you live if you want to ask a live question instead of just going through a chat box. But if you're a little shy, don't worry about it. Just put something in the chat box. Hope to see you then. It'll be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss it. This is going to, what we're starting, this is the first one of a whole bunch of them. So technical producer, me, we'll really try not to have any issues, but if there's any issues, please forgive us and bear with us as we're getting this thing up and rolling. Looking forward to see you. Thanks. Pass the word on, and have a great day. Bye.